Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam. We as a nation are truly blessed. Why? Because we were born with the truth. We know the truth. We have the truth. But are we conveying the message of truth? We as a Muslims today are following the same actions of Jesus, peace be upon him, which he did whilst he was on earth. Jesus was a Muslim. And so were all the prophets that were sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? Because anyone who submits his will unconditionally to Allah is a Muslim. Jesus is a Muslim. That's right. Jesus is a Muslim. Why? Because he submitted his will to Allah, as mentioned in John chapter 5, verse number 30. I can of myself do nothing. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just. For I seek not the will of my own, but the will of my Father who has sent me. Jesus, peace be upon him, prayed like a Muslim, as mentioned in Matthew chapter 26, verse number 39. And he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed. He greeted his companions like a Muslim, as mentioned in Luke chapter 24, verse number 36. Jesus stood in the midst of them and said unto them, Peace be upon you. Salaam alaikum. He was circumcised like a Muslim in Luke chapter 2, verse number 21. And on the 8th day he was circumcised, and he was called Jesus by the angel before he was conceived in his mother's womb. He never ate pork, as mentioned in Leviticus chapter 11, verse number 7, and Leviticus chapter 11, verse number 8, and Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse number 8. And the swine, though it divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, it does not chew the cud. It is unclean to you, and do not touch it, even the dead carcass of it. It is unclean to you. He fasted like a Muslim, as mentioned in Matthew chapter 4, verse number 2. And he fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. He entered a house like a Muslim in Luke chapter 10, verse number 5. Whatever house you enter, first say peace upon you. As a Muslim, we have to give our salams when walking into a house. Jesus never drank, as mentioned in Proverbs chapter 20, verse number 1. Wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whoever is led astray is not wise. These laws were still applied in the days of Jesus, and he followed them. These were the Mosaic law. As mentioned in Matthew chapter 5, verse number 17. Think that I have not come to abolish the law and the prophets. I have come not to abolish, but to fulfill them. So, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, if any Christians say to you that we love and follow Jesus more than you do, now you know what to say to them. One other thing, my dear brothers and sisters, I would like to say before I go, is what the church preaches is not what the Bible teaches. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.